structure. You know, there's a clear system that he likes to play. As wingers, he says you've got to keep your width and I'll give you 8 or 9 opportunities as wide players. Centre midfielders know their role, and you mentioned Jackson there, that's his 9th of the season. He's sometimes a bit unorthodox, but, you know, he comes up with the trumps, and it was a good second goal that he scored tonight. But that's the table, that's the position they want to be in. There is still a long way to go, but he'll be absolutely thrilled, and I am a huge fan of that guy. Got to interview him at the start of the season. I walked into Chelsea thinking, be interesting to hear what he says. I walked out and thought, wow, of all the signings, he's a brilliant signing for them. He is top draw.
He absolutely is. They were 11th in the Premier League table at the beginning of September. Now they are 2nd and just 2 points off league leaders Liverpool. Big, big day for Chelsea and a big win for that man there. And you can see what it means to him. So let's just reflect on what we have seen this game week and to both ends of the table. So Liverpool did drop points, but they retain a 2-point lead at the top. They do have a game in hand over Chelsea. Arsenal in 3rd and Forest up to 4th in the table. Man City just outside of the top 4. And it's very, very tight between Aston Villa in 6th and then 13th place Manchester United, you can see in the bottom half of the table. Only a few points separating those teams in that middle section of the table, only 3 points between them. And if you look at the relegation picture there, well, Southampton, they've absolutely taken a hammering to their goal difference. It's still just the 1 win, 5 points from their opening 16 games. Wolves, well, that defeat that they suffered from yesterday against Ipswich meant that Gary O'Neill has lost his position as their manager, and Ipswich complete that bottom 3.
We're hearing the celebrations. It feels like a really big win that took some resilience in the end as well.
Yeah, very big win. Not easy game. They're a difficult side to play with, but the most important, we got the 3 points in the head, so we're happy.
What was important, especially in that second half when Brentford had that spell, when they were really trying and getting good opportunities to resist and to defend as a team?
Yeah, it was difficult because they always play like set pieces, you know, and put in a lot of people in the box. And it was a very hard game, though, but we won, and we are delighted and very happy now.
And especially in the first half, you guys really controlled the game, 15 shots. It was a very impressive attacking performance. What was key to have this level of control against Brentford?
Yeah, the key was listen to the manager and respect the plan, and then we did exactly that. And the first half we controlled, and then we scored, and then the game was a little bit open, and then we got the second one. But in the last minute, it was more difficult because they wanted to score again. But thank God we got the 3 points. It was the most important.
This level of control that you showed in the first half, do you feel like it's one of the main points of progress from Chelsea from last season to this season to be able to reach this level of control?
Yeah, we're getting to know each other better, the players, you know, them listening to the manager and doing. Last year is finished, now we just concentrate on this year and try to go forward.
Yeah, moving forward is all that they're going to be focusing on, and they'll be hoping to replicate the form we've seen so far. Look at their last 7 results in all competitions, 7 wins on the spin, Karen. That's impressive.
It is, but again, I would say, given the squads, their games, I would expect them to get results again, but nevertheless, they still have to do it, and yeah, they're right on the money. I think, as Tim mentioned there, the Europa League conference there is a massive win for them as well, because you can keep momentum, players giving minutes, and the biggest thing is keeping a happy training ground, and that's been a massive difference for them. And like I said, the manager's got a style, a system out of them, and everyone's playing really, really well.
And credit to the manager, actually, for keeping those players happy, because he has an awfully big squad to keep happy. Let's talk Nicholas Jackson. We'd heard from him there. Well, as we were watching the game, we saw there were a couple of moments. He missed some key chances, didn't he? He got the goal in the end, but we saw almost the good and the bad.
Well, not just today, I think all seasons. Well, since I've seen Nicholas Jackson, he's so unpredictable. At times, he looks like someone playing in Soccer Aid who's not a footballer. I mean, look at his chance here. Look, I mean, that looks like someone who's a rapper or an actor or something trying to play football, I mean, with that chance. But then, all of a sudden, he just turns it on. You know, he's such a threat because he tries to get in behind. He doesn't mind if he misses chances because he knows there's one to come. I mean, look at that there. I mean, that is a man, but we're going to show you something now which is undefendable. You can't defend this. As soon as this turns the ball, Casado does brilliant, turns the ball over, and Maresca, Enzo gives him the ball. And once he's in this position, not everyone can do this. He's got a talent to be able to do this. It's incredible. He scores the hardest chances and misses the easiest ones. But you need to be a big character to do that, because he always wants to put himself on offer. I've got a lot of time for him. He's scored 9 Premier League goals now. But that's a very difficult chance. He's got so much to do. He drives and drives, keeps his balance well, smashes it in the bottom corner. Fantastic, wins in the game. But he puts himself on offer all of the time, and I admire that from him.
There's been so much talk about whether he is the man, whether he can be the man to lead the line for Chelsea. Do you think he can be?
Look, his numbers are there at the moment. He's there or thereabouts with the others in the league. Look at that. That's for Chelsea, though, after 50 appearances. But in terms of the rest of I think the top is Salah's obviously up there. I think he's got 13. So he's not that far behind in terms of who's leading the line there. So as Tim said, he's got the players around him. If he just couldn't keep his composure in and around the 18-yard box, you know, he's definitely a threat for them this season. And, yeah, you have to give him kudos to him.
He's only young, Kaz. He can still develop. He can still get better. And I'm sure this manager will be showing him them chances and showing him how he can improve and get his coaching team out there with him and recreate these chances again. This is something you haven't got to recreate with him. He's good at this. We know he's good at that. But that chance when he's almost not ready and then it just comes to him and he almost looks surprised and he has a straight leg with his left foot and it's awful technique. But this one, you don't have to coach him that. I mean, he knows that. That is easy to him. But I think he's got an all-round game. He's ahead of Didier Drogba, one of the best centre-forwards they've ever had after 50 games.
After 50 games, 23 goals. He's in fantastic company there. It can only get better for him, surely.
I think so. And he looks like a real good character, like I say. It takes a big character to put yourself on offer at the bridge and around the Premier League and have big chances and miss them and take the criticism, but still put yourself on offer to get them chances again. And he takes difficult chances. That's what he does. If he can finish the easy ones, his numbers will double.
Yeah, and that number 9 shirt comes with a lot of pressure, doesn't it?
At Chelsea, it does.
It does, doesn't it? Look, they were 1-0 up, and then after that, there were a couple of decent chances for Brentford as well. It could have been a different story.
Well, look, Brentford had one shot in the first half, and we were frustrated with how defensive they were. The second half, though, they went, right, we'll go player for player, and we'll go aggressive, and we'll play how we do at home. And we're like, OK, we've got a game on our hands now. They had chances here. This one, it's difficult because it's coming at him as it's kind of coming down slow, isn't it? And then he has to try and get the volley on it. I said to Tim, should he have done better there? But look, it's a great save, but it came down a little bit too slow. But this is it. Went a bit more direct as well, and Bremo's an absolute threat no matter what. Look at the numbers they have forward. This was not the case. I mean, I think there was a little nick before he got on the end of it. You could just see it now, a little toe ahead of him, so he probably wasn't going onto it, but just unfortunate there. But they had the chances. And then, obviously, they didn't take them. This was the biggest one, obviously. But there's a Colwell slight little nick there, so he puts him off. But they would have been disappointed. And, obviously, then Chelsea go and punish them the other end.
It was a lot better game.
Yeah, home
better game second half because Brentford had a go. Like they do when they play at home. They have a go at the opposition. And I think he would learn from that, Thomas Frank, today. You know, man for man, you shouldn't be in the game. And certainly when they played negatively in the first half, they wasn't in the game. Sanchez stood up when he was needed. I've been critical of him. I've said that I think they need a better goalkeeper to win the Premier League. If he performs like he did today, I'll eat my words.
OK, well, let's talk about what we saw just at the end. Cucurella and a couple of players just slightly frustrated. He got 2 yellow cards. This was the first yellow card, Karen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a question mark over that. I think he jumps in. I don't know why he's going in the manner, because we know it. The modern game, in this game, you always kind of, when you jump in like that, your feet are off the ground and he catches him. He might have got the ball, but you can't jump in like that. And then this is at the end, and we were a little bit confused because we didn't really know what was happening. A lot of the players didn't know what was happening, but apparently it was for his over-aggressive behaviour, I think, towards the referee maybe. So when he gets his second yellow card and he finds himself now missing the Everton game.
As a manager, is Enzo Maresca really upset with him, frustrated with him for that? Because there was no need, right, at the end?
No, when he sees that, he'll be disappointed because he's an important player for Chelsea and for the manager. I mean, it's the game away at Everton.
Yes. On
the back of a decent result against Arsenal. No, they're going to miss him, but I think they've got a big enough squad to be able to cope. You know, if it was a Liverpool next week, you know, it'd be really important.
He's lucky that the fixture list is slightly kinder.
And they've spent 1.2 billion, so I'm sure they'll find a replacement.
They're all right. They'll be all right.
All right.